Hi, hello, and welcome back to another episode on the Football for the Fans podcast. My name is Ian,
I'm Alan.
and for today's video, basically, we're going to do a review of the major games in game week 7, which ended on Sunday. I think the 3rd of this month. And yeah, just have a small discussion on what happened
Our predictions.
and see if our predictions actually came true. So yeah, before we get started in today's video, I'd like to thank you for taking time to watch us and our previous videos, and we hope our content is providing value to you guys. So yeah, let's get started. So we get started with the first game, the big game rather, of this past weekend, and that is Liverpool and Manchester City.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the outcome.
Prediction.
I'm so happy right now.
Man. I had Liverpool winning this game, or I thought Liverpool would win this game. Actually, I said this would be an easy game for Liverpool. I remember. I had a 2-0 win for Liverpool.
And obviously we know how things turned out. I gave a 2-2 prediction, and
it happened.
Surprise, it ended 2-2.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a big win for me. But it was the only game where I got the outcome and the scoreline correct. So I'm happy with that. But what did you think of the game?
I think that was a thoroughly entertaining game. It lived up to the hype, to the billing, and I delivered goals. 4 goals. That's something good.
That's pretty good when you consider this was the best attack versus the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then I think City in the first half. They were a good team.
Yeah.
They were on the front foot, better chances.
They should have killed the game in the first half.
Because they had clear-cut chances.
It's actually shocking to see how Liverpool were in the first half.
They were opened up.
Klopp was just losing his mind. He couldn't believe what he was seeing.
Yeah.
And maybe just before we go too far, I remember last week you said that the Brentford Liverpool game was the game of the season.
Yeah.
So does this eclipse just before? It comes close.
It comes close. I think the Liverpool Brentford game is still up there.
It was on another level.
Yeah.
So that still remains number 1.
So far, yeah.
Okay.
And number 2 is this game. Because I think the highlight for me was Bernardo Silva.
Oh, when he turned away from Robertson and Henderson. And I think it was Fabinho. I don't know who the third
and Van Dijk.
And Mia put Van Dijk on the floor. It was crazy. It was messy, like.
Yeah, and then passed a good ball, a good through ball rather to Foden.
And he missed it.
Like, that was lazy, man. That was lazy finishing.
He would have had a hat-trick in this game.
That guy.
But yeah, overall, I think the first half was City's. It's fair to say.
Yeah.
But as usual, in the Premier League, we've said this time and again, if you don't take your chances, you get punished.
Yeah.
And City were punished. Second half.
Yeah.
Liverpool came out, played slightly higher up the pitch with a higher tempo.
Yeah.
And they were just, getting to the ball before
the City players.
Before City were.
Yeah.
And they took the lead.
Yeah. That man Sadio
Mane again scoring.
I love that man.
He's now officially a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
I think he's had 100 goals.
Now I think this is 101.
Yeah, he's had more than 100 goals.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
And I think, despite being a United fan, and I know the Liverpool United
there's the rivalry.
You just have to respect the guy.
Exactly.
He is a baller, and I think the assist also from Salah was
pretty good.
It was good, yeah.
And after the Liverpool goal, Man City came back.
Yeah.
I think it was just it showed signs of such a game.
Yeah.
But now when City were under pressure, that's when they took their chances. So they equalized for 1-1. I think it was Foden. Finally, that left foot working the way we know it can.
Yeah.
And then Salah, contender for goal of the season.
Maybe goal of the weekend.
So Liverpool's second goal was a thing of beauty.
A thing of beauty.
Mohamed Salah at it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. How would you describe the goal?
I think as a thing of beauty, technical ability.
Close control.
Close control, yeah.
Skillfulness, basically turning in, turning out.
Turning out.
The defenders didn't know whether to stick or twist, and
he just took them with him.
Yeah, it just went past them as if they weren't there. And I think Salah is having the form of his life.
Yeah.
In the last couple of weeks, both in the Champions League and in the Premier League, if he's not been scoring,
he's been assisting,
which is good for Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
But I think it's a testament to the faith that Liverpool have had in him. He, remember a couple of years back, he was to go to
Chelsea,
to Madrid.
Oh yeah.
He was actually supposed to go to Madrid, but he chose to stay, and Liverpool chose to keep him and not cash in on him.
Yeah.
And
it's paying back.
It's starting to show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think goal of the season contender.
Goal of the week.
Liverpool, I think, took the lead.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1, and then Kevin De Bruyne. A bit fortunate in the goal.
Yeah, but I still think it was flying past.
It was on target.
Yeah.
But the keeper would have saved it.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it was hit with pace. So maybe it's one of those maybe. What if?
Yeah, it could have, it couldn't have, and you could only know if it actually got to the net, or the keeper would have had something to say about it. Yeah. But the goal went in. Yeah. Although via a serious deflection. And 2-2 was how it ended.
I think the City fans, the 21 City fans will be praising Rodri. So that block, last minute block.
I remember. It just stuck out a foot last minute, and literally that was like scoring a goal.
Yeah.
But again, I have to ask, for Liverpool's second goal, should have James Milner been sent off just before for a second yellow card?
I don't think so.
You don't think to a second yellow?
I don't think it's a second yellow. I think Pep was just being dramatic.
Because he was fuming.
He was fuming, yeah. But
he was fuming. He not only was on a Milner was
on a yellow.
Not only was on a yellow, but he had done what is called persistent foul.
Yeah.
I
think he was lucky.
Every other minute. He was very fortunate.
He was lucky.
Because the challenge that was supposed to get him sent off was a yellow card. If he wasn't on a yellow, it would have been a yellow. Yeah. But I think the referee didn't want to influence or change the balance of play. Yeah. And one last thing to note is the Phil Foden. Yeah. He had the time of his life against Milner. He was turning him inside and out, taking him on, dragging him out of position.
He had a field day.
It just showed the importance of someone like Trent in the team. But 2-2, I think overall a fair scoreline. Yeah. City should have killed the game.
Yeah, in the first half.
But they just didn't.
You don't take, as you put it earlier, you don't take your chances.
You get punished.
Yeah.
So let's see how City progress. I think they have a bit of an easier set of fixtures compared to Liverpool, because Liverpool play the likes of United in the next few games. So we'll keep our eye out on that. Manchester United versus Everton.
Yeah.
I think let's first of all start with our predictions, just to show how funny this was.
I had a 3-1 win for United.
I actually had a 2-1 win for United.
Yeah.
So we both expected a tough game. if I can remember. Everton at Old Trafford always give us problems. But yeah, it ended 1-1. And another disappointing result.
I'd say I was disappointed by the outcome rather than the performance.
Okay, so the performance was better than Aston
Villa game. I don't even think the Aston Villa performance was bad. Second half was bad.
Don't annoy me, please. Do not annoy me.
Facts are facts. Anyway, in this game, particularly in the first half, United were better.
Okay.
Everton had their chances also. Not to try and discredit them.
Yeah.
But I think United, and that's the thing. United control games,
but they don't finish
them off.
And we are going to struggle because our 1-0 scoreline is never enough.
It's never enough, true.
Even if you are even if you're City or Liverpool or Chelsea or United, it's never enough because it only takes one chance. And these are the best teams in the world. They just need one long ball, one mistake,
one counter-attack,
and things go wrong for you. But let's start with the positives. Anthony Martial
back on the score sheet,
scores again. I think that's good for him.
That was a relief.
In a squad or basically in a time where he doesn't really get much game time, to come in the game that you're starting with and then score, very big plus for him.
And I think I just want to mention the bit of play.
Oh man, that led to the goal. That was pretty good, especially the layoff.
From
Bruno.
Oh man.
And then the finish, the confidence to just slot it in. But as you said, United had chances. Cavani
from the Fred cross
with his header.
Oh man, I think Pickford. I think it just landed just close to Pickford.
If it was either side of him, left or right, that's probably a goal. But I don't know. Second half.
Oh man, and that's the thing that also irritated me from this game, because United were on top before conceding the equalizer,
dominating the game.
Possession, as you put it, putting balls in maybe they didn't have the chances they had in the first half.
Exactly.
But you were on top. United were on top of things. But then from just a corner,
I think the fact that the goal came right after the changes kind of affected the team a bit, because you find that there's usually a balance, and when you make changes you affect the balance, especially the changes that were quite attacking.
Because
bringing on Ronaldo and then I think Sancho. So that affected the team a bit, but that notwithstanding, Fred should have
taken one.
You take one for the team. You go on that yellow card, especially when Gray was on the touchline in the middle of the pitch. Just make sure he goes out, however you will. And I'll take you back to the Valverde red card. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. I think it was in the Spanish Cup.
Super Cup.
Super Cup, between the two of them, right? Morata was through on goal, and Real players were struggling because I think the ball was from a corner. The players were busy running. Then you just hear Sergio Ramos kill him, and he just didn't care. Just two-footed tackle, made sure the play stopped, and Real ended up winning the title. If Morata was let through, he probably scores and Atletico win the game. But it just goes to show, I don't know. I don't want to blame Fred.
It wasn't Fred's fault.
It wasn't his fault because he wasn't the only one, because Wan-Bissaka was there. So
Lindelof was also there.
Lindelof was also in the mix. Also, I think Varane, who didn't.
But Varane was cracking back.
Yeah, he didn't track back quick enough. I don't know who you'd blame in that, but it was so disappointing.
It was painful to see, because as I put, we were on top before that.
But the most painful part was the celebration afterwards.
Oh man, don't even get me started with that.
That triggered so many people, because people found that celebration disrespectful.
But Townsend actually was contrary to that because he said it was a way of respecting Ronaldo.
No. That is BS, baby. I don't take that.
Yeah.
It was just sticking it to United. Like, we're at Old Trafford, we've scored you. You have Ronaldo on the pitch, so
Oh man, it was painful.
But more points dropped.
I'll see this as maybe United should they should reflect on this because they just did one mistake. That mistake cost the game.
And they were punished.
Because other than that, I think Sancho had a wonderful game. The cameo he played well. He took on players. He looked the part. I think he's now getting confident.
I think now he needs to score. That's the only thing remaining.
And I think he had a chance, but he fluffed his lines.
He shot it directly at the keeper, and it was a weak shot on his left foot. Yeah. But
I think he's getting better. So those are some of the positives I would pick out from this game. And but we need to work on I think the players need to. I don't know.
No. I think let me be positive because I'm usually the villain in this because I am a United fan, but there are a couple of positives that you can pick out. The fact that there's the international break coming up, so the players get to rest, relax. Okay, the ones who are not
in the international duty,
they get to sort of rest, relax. Ole himself gets a chance to reset almost. The second thing is the return of players.
Marcus
Rashford probably should be fit. If not the Leicester game,
maybe the next.
The next couple of games. And I don't know if would Maguire be fit.
I think it's a 50-50 situation.
Yeah, but you're getting now teams like the full attacking contingent fit, and now there's proper competition for places.
Yeah,
that's I think one way of looking at it. But I don't know. It's tough because I think the last 2 game weeks United have dropped 5 points.
Yeah, fair to say because the results they show that.
Yeah. Definitely, United have dropped 5 points because we should be, I think, on 19 by now. Truth be told, but let's hope for the best. Our next fixtures they're not the easiest. I think Leicester. There's Liverpool in the mix.
There's Atalanta in between.
I think 2 games.
Yeah. There's Tottenham Hotspur.
It's crazy. We're United are in trouble.
No, but I think we can, if as way you put it, those are positives we can pick from this fixtures because I think going into the first international break, we also had our own, we had luck on our side against the Wolves game, for example. So I think it's just a matter of resetting, as you put it,
and restarting. Okay. So as we conclude, and I'll be doing this every time, Ole in, Ole out.
Ole in. Definitely Ole in.
Wow. I'm not going to answer that until let me give him a bit more time because from
like 4 seasons.
No. Let's give him the next 10 matches.
That's still harsh.
The next 10 matches will be a true test.
Because the fixtures are tough.
Exactly. The next 10 fixtures will be a true test for Ole. And the board should be looking very closely at how he performs. Chelsea
versus Southampton.
And just to trigger you a bit, the European champions versus Southampton. But I expected a comfortable Chelsea win.
Yeah.
And I gave a 2-0 scoreline.
I had a 2-1 win for Southampton. And I'll begin by saying this. How lucky can Chelsea be?
How so?
Those guys had Southampton take the game to them. And then by VAR. It's crazy, man.
So
crazy.
Was the Ward Prowse challenge a red card for you?
looking at it in slow motion, because in real time, remember, the ref gave a yellow card.
Okay.
But when it's taken to VAR, the minute you start slowing down these challenges,
everything looks
worse
in slow motion.
Because granted, his cards were showing,
and he made contact.
Okay. But VAR doesn't look at intention.
It just determines whether the play was
the act
risky
itself.
or
Yes.
So
by that in itself, it had to be a red.
It did turn the game.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea were having a proper battle for it. They did take the lead through Chalobah.
Yeah.
And they did actually put the ball in the net two times. I think one from Lukaku and one from Werner, I think. But they were all ruled out.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No questions about it.
Yeah.
But then now Southampton equalized.
Yeah.
And it was 1-1. And we were like, we have a game on our hands.
And I think after scoring, they were on top.
Yeah.
Southampton were on top.
Exactly.
And then now VAR. I think it was the right call, but it changed
the game.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you've played football, whenever you play a man light, it's close to impossible. But now Southampton were a man light going up against a very good team, I think. And
they could.
I think the outcome was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And it came towards the end. They did try to have a fight back, but in the end, Chilwell with the third goal, and then the second one was Werner.
Yeah.
And this weird start on Werner. I think he's gone 13 goals that have been disallowed.
Wow.
Before this one.
Ooh.
I don't know, for the last 13 times he's put the ball in the net, it's been ruled out for either offside or something just funny going on.
So this was big for him.
You should have seen the way he celebrated. It was like a relief off his shoulders.
I'm sure, man. You're a striker, you need to be scoring goals.
Exactly. And now with Lukaku coming in, the game time for him is
going to be limited.
Very, very small.
Yeah.
But comfortable Chelsea.
Not comfortable, man.
Controversial Chelsea win.
I'm relaxed on the comfortable part because, as you put it, those 2 goals came at the end.
Yes.
When they were one man, when Southampton were 1 man less. But it's football, so a win is a win, no matter what. And
obviously, as a Chelsea supporter, there's not really much more you can ask.
Yeah, 3 points.
3 points that I think they're top of the league. With 7 games played.
Yeah.
What more can you ask as a Chelsea fan?
But I think from that performance against Southampton, I think it's now obvious that if you can bring the game to Chelsea, if you can shake them up a little bit.
They do have weaknesses. Especially with Kante not being there.
Yeah,
I think
that was a big factor, by the way.
That was crucial because they lost that anchor.
Yeah.
That sort of engine. In midfield. Someone who just supports the play, going back and going.
Defending also.
Yeah, and also attacking, he can also contribute.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Where do you see Chelsea finishing this season?
Top 4.
Okay.
Yeah, but not top 1.
They won't.
I don't think they would. I don't think they have what it takes to win the title.
Oof.
But they will be in the top 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Southampton, any words for them? Commiserations.
I salute those guys. I think I'm beginning to be a big fan of Ralph Hasenhuttl.
Okay.
His style of play it's something to enjoy because the way he presses. He instructs his players to press the ball.
Exactly.
Because remember that red card, that Ward-Prowse red card, it was from Ward-Prowse and Armstrong.
Trying to press, was it Jorginho?
Yeah, and Mendy.
From the goalkeeper.
Yeah, because I remember Mendy misplaced the pass.
Yes.
So the aspects of Southampton that you can look and say, these guys
They're playing on the front foot, positive football.
Yeah.
And it's not something that you're used to from a team like Southampton. Yeah. No disrespect to them.
But yeah, good team.
But yeah, congratulations to the European champions. Brighton and Hove Albion versus Arsenal. I think, or rather, let's start off with predictions. I had an Arsenal win.
I had a Brighton win.
So we were on opposite ends of the pitch. Spectrum, the spectrum. I think that's a better word to use it. And I would say the outcome was unexpected.
Yeah. But I think you'll agree with me on this. Brighton was the better team.
Definitely.
They had the better chances, better players, not better players, but better opportunities.
Better play.
Thank you.
Better play.
Yeah.
Brighton should have won.
They should have won
comfortably because they created 21
shots.
21 attempts on goal. I know most of them were like off target and some were blocked, and I only know that two were on target. But this is Brighton we're talking about. Right? This is a team that was battling relegation not too long ago.
Last season,
Exactly. So for you to go to their home and they have 21 shots and you have 8.
8, yeah.
And you're the bigger team?
No.
Bigger name. You're the bigger name and you're the team with a bit more expectations and a bit more momentum, I guess. You
expect them to win, but
it's crazy.
Brighton were the better team, as I put it. And I think they were just unlucky not to win this game.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy because you find that, imagine if just one of those attempts go in.
Yeah.
Because on watching the game, there was a lot of last minute reaction type defending by Arsenal. If it's not the keeper, it's probably Tierney making a block or Partey or, someone just, putting in that individual effort.
Yeah.
But I feel like Arsenal really got a proper challenge.
Yeah, and I think, as you put it, the last minute reaction. I think Ramsdale was a chance for, was it Mopé?
Oh yeah.
The ball was fizzed in, but
the keeper just If Mopé was probably on the other side, that's a goal.
Yeah.
Or if the keeper didn't react as well as he did, that's obviously another goal.
Yeah.
But it's shocking to say, Brighton dropped points. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
That's what you get these days when you only live for North London derby.
I think that's being a bit harsh, but let's just say on the balance of play, Brighton should have won. But the correct outcome happened because if you don't take your chances,
you get punished.
Yeah, you get punished, and if you don't at least take your efforts or make your efforts count, you can't really blame anyone. You can't blame anyone. But I think the draw favors Arsenal more.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with the draw.
Not necessarily happy, because if you look at the next fixtures, I think Arsenal play Villa, they play Leeds, and then they play Palace, if I'm not wrong. But if you look at Brighton's next fixtures, after they play Norwich, which is fairly a straightforward game for them. But they play Liverpool, they play Leicester, and then they play Man City. So the draw favors Arsenal more than it does Brighton. Because this was their opportunity to take all 3 points and just, keep climbing up the table.
I will say this. Brighton are a frightening team. I don't think a team will go there and just expect Brighton to lie down.
Yeah,
because in this game, and also in the Leicester game, they won the Leicester game.
Exactly.
They should have won this game, but it shows how the style of play is.
Glenn Murray.
The coach. So he has instilled a DNA of hard defending, and I think that they're also a threat on set pieces.
Exactly. But not only set pieces also. I know Brighton are a tall team with the likes of Dunk and so on
Duffy,
and so forth and Duffy, but they also play without this fear. They don't play long ball routes like
other teams,
like Burnley, but they play out of the box. They play under pressure. They make those risky passes, which is very admirable. It's very risky, but you just got to
shows your courage.
You've got to hand it to them. And I think also Tariq Lamptey, I think he's back into the squad. I believe he was Brighton's best player before getting injured.
And now having him.
Now that he's being integrated with the squad, I think he's one to look out for.
And also Mope.
And Mope, as usual, he's always a threat. I'm shocked he didn't cause any controversy. And speaking of controversy, they did have a penalty shout at the end. Was it a pen for you?
It was. I don't think it was enough. There was enough contact for the penalty. But that was a tricky one. That was a tricky call. I think that was one of those calls. It would go either way.
There was contact, but it wasn't necessarily enough. To make it a foul. And then also, even if you take away the contact, I don't think. I think it was Duffy. I don't think he would have gotten to the ball. The ball was way past him. But 0-0 scoreline. Points shared. Arsenal, I guess, continue the momentum.
I think they're happy with this.
10 points now.
I'm even surprised there's no photograph in the dressing room.
Wow.
But big results for them. I think Brighton now will be looking forward to the next games.
Brighton will want to get this
out of the way.
Come back after the international break and
get things going again.
Tottenham Hotspurs versus
Aston Villa.
Hey. Aston Villa coming off of a big win.
I think they won at United and thought they're the best team in the world.
No. We have to give credit to it.
You give credit, yes, but the performance in this game.
It was a bit shocking. Aston Villa looked flat, especially in the first half.
In the first half.
In the first half, they just looked overwhelmed. They looked outplayed. They looked out of place. And I think second half they did a bit better.
They improved,
Obviously, they had a sort of reaction. And all 3 goals came in the second half.
No, the first half, Højbjerg.
Oh, Højbjerg. I don't know how to pronounce his name if I butcher it. But I think it's called Emil.
Emil.
For simplicity purposes, Emil did open the scoreline. I think Son assist.
A lovely interplay between him and Son.
And so basically he won the ball, gave it to Son, made the run, Son returned and then slotted it in.
The far bottom right corner.
Bottom right of the keeper's left. And I think that's how the first half ended. Second half, Aston Villa came out a bit, played high up the pitch, played with a bit more intensity, and they were rewarded.
Ollie
Watkins capping off. I think that counter by Aston Villa was pretty good.
It was lethal. And I think fair play to the referee
for allowing play.
Yeah.
Because I think it was one of their new signings. Is it
Ramsey? The
center. He made that tackle on Ramsey, but the ref played on. So big up to the ref.
And I think our poachers finished by Watkins.
He just there to head it to point blank range. He didn't miss. But as usual, Son to the rescue. He's basically a superhero because he turned the defender out and then I think it was Horse. Serves him right. Serves him right by the way. He got turned inside out.
Yeah.
Son ran to the byline, cut it back, and
Moura just Lucas this
I think it was an own goal actually.
It was?
Yeah, it was given
as an own goal.
Yeah, it was given as an own goal.
Okay.
Because apparently the touch came off the foot of the Villa defender.
Oh, okay.
But it was in real time you couldn't tell because they were more or less at the same place. But the critical contact was made.
Okay, by the Villa.
By the Villa defender. Okay. But all in all, 2-1 win for Spurs. I think they've ended a run of
2 games.
Three losses.
Chelsea and
Arsenal, and then there was the
Palace.
The Palace game they lost 3-0. So ending a 3-loss streak. Yeah. And finally getting that win and trying to push them up the table.
And fun fact, Arsenal were above Spurs before this game week. Spurs are the higher placed team. So continue celebrating the derby win, by the way.
I feel like that was targeted at a particular person, but yeah.
It is what it is anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, Spurs
did well. Congratulations to them.
And they keep moving forward, I guess.
And I think just to mention, Heung-min Son, I think he's now their main player. It's fair to say that.
Yeah.
I think it would be fair to say that.
He's the one who's been turning up.
Yeah.
So now we just have to ask. I think the key question is when will Harry Kane score?
I think he had a chance in this game, but he couldn't finish it.
Oh yeah, he missed it.
He missed it. I think the keeper made himself leave.
And then saved it.
Yeah. But hopefully it doesn't come soon enough because we're playing them.
Soon enough I don't like him against United. I always feel there's some sort of...
He's a baller. He may be struggling right now, but he's a top player.
Oh yeah, it's what form is temporary, class is permanent. Yeah. But let's hope he'll go into the England setup.
Yeah.
Integrate with the England players and get a few goals here and there. Yeah. Bring that form into the Premier League. We now move on to best of the rest.
Yeah.
I think because of time, we don't want to make the video too lengthy.
Long, yeah.
So we're just going to mention in passing the
results.
The remaining 5 teams.
Yeah.
So we'll kick off with Burnley versus
Norwich.
Yeah. I think it's a sad day for football.
Why?
Burnley have got a point.
Oh man, come on.
But yeah, 0-0 scoreline.
I don't think the draw favors any team. Maybe Norwich because they needed points.
Yeah.
But
again, a very flat
game. Yeah. Next, we move on to Leeds versus Watford. A 1-0 win for Leeds.
Okay. I think it was expected.
A Leeds win?
We both expected Leeds to win this game. How tight it was, probably a bit unexpected.
Yeah.
It wasn't really the most straightforward game for Leeds.
Yeah.
Watford did have their chances. Yeah. But yeah, it's big up to them.
And maybe an addition that Watford fired the manager after this game.
Oh yeah.
And now have Claudio
Ranieri. I did see those rumors. Has he been appointed?
I think he has been appointed. It has been made official.
Okay.
So interesting times.
So I think for the guys who like to bet next season, Watford winning the league.
Dilly dog. Yeah.
I think probably the odds will be 1 in 5,000. I think. So for all you betting guys out there, next season,
tricky.
Watch out for Watford, especially if they survive. But yeah, next Wolves versus Newcastle. I think the scoreline was 2-1, and finally Wolves get another win.
A home win. Yeah.
And I think it was the Asian player,
Hwan Hee-chan.
I think.
Don't cancel me if I get the pronunciation wrong.
Yeah, but the Asian player is the one who inspired the win. And I think now Wolves their season now has started. They found that footing, and let's see how far up the table they can push.
And I also think Raul Jimenez, because he had 2 assists, And remember against Southampton, he scored a goal. So maybe now things are looking good for him.
He's now starting to find that form. Instinct. You know when sharks smell blood, they just want to. Yeah. I think he's now getting his season started, and surprise, Wolves are also getting the season started. Yeah. We've been saying this since game week 2. Yeah. For Wolves to perform, Raul Jimenez has to perform.
Exactly.
Next game is Crystal Palace versus
Leicester City.
Yeah. I think a shock result.
I think you had predicted this, a draw.
I did predict a draw, but I was a bit on the fence. I was a bit on the fence. But again, what's happening to Leicester?
I don't know, because I think at one point they were 2-1 ahead. So maybe they were lax. They were too casual, maybe, because Palace equalized in the 70 plus minutes.
They thought they had done enough to win the game, and Brendan Rodgers went into that comfort zone. Yeah. But
interesting times.
Leicester, who are destined for
Champions League.
And now they're, I think, 12 or 13.
It's crazy. They are down.
They're down.
Yeah.
And next they face Manchester United. It will be a very interesting game. Yeah. Because if they go into this form, into the United game, they will get punished for sure.
They're the home team, remember? So
exactly. That's the thing with United. You don't know what United you get, but if you get the goal scoring one, tough game. Next, after that, we go to West Ham
versus
Brentford. Surprise game. No one saw it.
Shocker over game, man. That was oh my goodness.
Big up to Brentford. They show heart. They show determination to go to the London Stadium and get a win.
Crazy.
United struggled to do that.
And the funny thing is, in the first half of that game, Brentford were all over West Ham. The scoreline would have been more.
They had the chances.
They had the chances, yeah. I think West Ham should be thanking Fabianski for real.
Because it was save after save. You're like, oof. When you watch such a game, you're like, which one is the small team?
Exactly.
Or which one is the team that has just been promoted?
Crazy.
But it just goes to show West Ham inconsistency. They're up, then they're down, then they're up.
But I think they were surprised. They were also surprised because they didn't expect Brentford to turn up the way they did.
How? You've seen the Arsenal game. You've seen the Liverpool, literally.
Because you can't.
This is the week before.
You can't explain how Brentford were all over West Ham. You can't. Because you can't say that Moyes is a bad coach. I don't know, man. I think they were just genuinely surprised.
Probably
by the fight.
They were overwhelmed. Let's just put it that way. They were overwhelmed. But wow, congratulations to Brentford.
Man, crazy.
Surprise team.
Hey,
Champions League at the end of the season.
Oh my goodness. What could be possible, man?
You never know with football these days.
Yeah.
That's it from us.
Yeah.
All 10 games
done
for match week 7. We're now going to the international break. Yeah. I think pretty boring couple of weeks.
No club football.
But some interesting matches to look out for. Yeah. Especially this Wednesday. And Thursday. And Thursday. There's gonna be the semi-finals for the UEFA Nations League. Big teams playing. Yeah. Italy, Spain, France, and Belgium. So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, probably we just have to promote our own content. Yeah. There will be no Premier League football, but the content will keep coming, especially over the weekend. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. And if you've taken time to watch this video this far, thank you so much. Yeah. We really do appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. And I've been your host, Ian.
I'm Alan.
And stay safe. Have a lovely week.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.